Look, if you follow your trading rules, there is no reason why you should blow an account. So let me go in depth on that, because if you're new here, I've been documenting my journey to profitability trading order flow, trading ES futures using order flow. And the other day, I just blew my funded account. But the reason why I believe that I blew that account is because I was not, is because I deviated away from following my rules. But anyway, I really do firmly believe that if I would have just stuck to my rules and stayed disciplined, that I would not have blown that account. And after reflecting on all of that, I kind of realized that if you really do have a strategy that you execute purely, there is absolutely no reason why you blow your account. Also, if you don't over leverage. But I have yet to hear, I'm sure that this has happened, but I have yet to hear of a trader who strictly follows a strategy and strictly follows their rules and does not over leverage that blows their account. The only times I hear of people blowing their accounts are when they over leverage, when they over trade, when they go on tilt. Like, everyone knows how it happens. But I feel like most accounts are blown in a short period of time, like in a day or like 2 days, or it at least starts with a day where something like that happens and then it further moves down. So let me know in the comments if you guys believe that it's possible to just slowly blow an account if you actually trade a profitable strategy over time if you're not over leveraged. I personally believe that it's just like pretty much, I won't say impossible. I believe that it's very unlikely, like very unlikely, that you blow your account when you follow your rules and trade how you're supposed to. The only time accounts get blown is whenever you deviate from any of those things in terms of sizing, trading plan, strategy, and rules. And I unfortunately have been an example of that this month when I broke my rules the first time. And then I think what really happened psychologically is my account balance went down to a point where I viewed it as an insignificant amount, and it caused me to be more comfortable gambling it, essentially. And that's the complete wrong mindset. Now, when I talk about trading rules, I'm talking about daily loss limits. I'm talking about when you should move your stop loss to break even and when you should take profit. Just things that you have in place that you do no matter what, that will protect you and ensure that you last longer in the game. If you want to take trading seriously, truly, you can't break the rules that you've set in place to protect you from large downside, or basically just going on tilt and ruining your progress that you've made. If you want to take this serious, there's absolutely no place for that type of behavior. And like, I know that that might sound kind of hypocritical because I unfortunately made decisions that I am advocating against right now in this month particularly, but it's just one of those things that you have to learn. You have to learn the hard way. I think a lot of people have to learn these things the hard way. Like, you can take it from me, and there will be some people out there that say, yeah, that sounds completely rational. That makes sense to me. I'm going to never break my rules no matter what. And there's probably going to be some people who are able to do that successfully. But when you're trading, there's always going to be the human error element to it. And the human error comes in when you take a few losses in a row and then your mindset switches from I'm going to trade how I'm supposed to I need to make back the money that I lost. And mind can only focus on one thing. So whenever you go into that type of mode, this is essentially what we call tilt, and you're basically completely fixated on making back the money that you lost, and your standards for entry basically completely dissolve, and you start gambling just to make money. And I'm not saying you have to lose money to get into this mentality. This mentality can be activated when it's like Say you're trading a prop firm. Let's say you have a certain dollar amount that you need to hit to get a payout or get funded. Whenever your brain fixates on that particular problem, it's going to want to solve it, and it's going to want to solve it by it's going to want to solve that by doing things that you wouldn't normally do, or doing things that you're not supposed to do according to your strategy, your plan, your rules. And that is where your worst days come from, at least for me. I mean, I'm sure everyone can relate to that. But yeah, I think it is one of those things you have to learn the hard way. And unfortunately, I have made the mistake of letting myself get into that type of mentality not only once in my life. It definitely doesn't happen often. I think in the time that I've documented my journey, that this month, like a few weeks ago, was the third time that that's happened. And the other two times were because I was trying to pass an evaluation. So I was automatically fixated on the amount I had to make to pass. And that is just like the worst thing. You should never focus on a dollar amount, or you should never focus on a deadline. You should never do that. You should always just make sure that all you have to do is stick to your plan, stick to your strategy, and stick to your rules. And everything else is going to work out, because that's just how it happens. The account balance is a byproduct of you treating this like a professional and actually trading properly. Most people definitely are going to have to learn the hard way. It's really hard to tell someone to just not do that and trust you, because they haven't physically experienced or psychologically experienced the pain that comes with letting that happen to your accounts. So they have nothing to associate that type of behavior with if that type of mindset creeps up on them. So I'm going to rename these conversational videos. I'm going to basically turn them into a series, and it's just going to be POV. You're getting advice from your older self. So if I was speaking to my younger self right now that just started this trading journey, I would say all you have to do is follow your trading plan and follow your trading rules, and only trade your strategy. The P&L is a byproduct of that. It is not as complicated as people make it out to be. It's actually easy, to be honest with you. The hard part is fighting off your own impulses, or correcting yourself whenever you are in the psychological state where you want to solve the problem of making X amount of money, or whatever it may be. That's the hard part about trading. It's really not that complicated. And honestly, I know I just blew my funded account, but last month I had a really good month. And to be honest with you, the only way I can describe it is it was just like easy and boring. Like, I woke up, and most days I was showing up, and I was not showing up and intending to take a trade or intending to make money on the day. I was not approaching the market with the mindset that I was going to take any type of entry. All I had to do was show up and observe, and if there was entry criteria that presented itself, I take it, and if there's not, I just stay away and I didn't trade. And that is definitely why I had such a great month. So it's like, I feel like it's just, people make it out to be like people make trading out to be like it's some crazy thing, but it's actually simple. You observe, you wait for your entry criteria, you take the trade, if there's a trade, and that's all there is to it. You follow your rules. If you have a setup that presents itself and you lose a few times on it and you hit your daily loss, you walk away from the day, because tomorrow there will be new opportunities, and there will forever be opportunities. You should never feel like you have to make it back the same day you lost it. So that might have been a bit of a shorter video, but I feel like I got my point across. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.